TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We are live. By the time you see this, we won't be. So just leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK and all around the world. Don't forget, man, if you miss a live and you want to replay that live or be ready for the next live, go to twitch.com and type that in down there. The_the rest. You get me. YouTube, this is my warning. I don't know what's going on in the video, but hey, just in case. Don't forget, we do got merch and we do got Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon family, man. Shout out to y'all. Salute. Let's get into this. This is Spanian, Cambodia's genocide prison and the killing fields. I used to mess with this Cambodian girl. She's still my friend. Obviously, if I wouldn't have had like a child and moved, like, you know what I'm saying? But I did. So her cousin liked me too. And at that point, you got to make a choice. And I made the choice. But they was both Cambodian. Anyway, that's off subject. Does it even matter? Cambodian women are beautiful, though. Respectfully. Let's get into it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.
My bad if there was an echo. I forgot to turn it off, one of the little sound sources.
Yo, Dawn. I'm in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. Today is like, what we're going to look at is one of the saddest things in recent history, or maybe in history in general, right? So forgive me if I'm not my usual jovial, joking self this episode. Let me tell YouTube now, this is a historic educational video to raise awareness. This is not glorifying war or thinking it's cool or anything like that, right? So let's just get this out the way. For you people that don't know.
Yes, YouTube, this is an educational video. He's here to educate the masses, and I'm here to also educate myself. You've seen my warning already.
Cambodia, a lifetime ago, during the 70s, the communist regime called the Khmer Rouge, led by their leader Pol Pot, who loved the Chinese form of communism and thought it was the greatest thing on earth, and decided that he's going to bring it to Cambodia.
Matter of fact, her cousin, the girl that I was talking about earlier, her cousin had just came from Cambodia. He's obviously he from Chicago, but he had just visited Cambodia. He a cool dude.
Long story short, we're going to go to the Genocide Museum, which is / a prison. We'll learn all about what happened. And after that, we're going to go to a place they call the Killing Fields. It's where a lot of the stuff took place. This Communist Party, in its 4-year span of power...
Is that a Maybach truck behind you? I'm sorry.
...killed 1 in 4 people in Cambodia. Over 2 million people were killed. 1 in 4 of that current population, in the most savage, disgusting ways. To put it in a bit of more perspective, it's a known thing that when you walk around Cambodia, and I've been here for a day and a half and I've witnessed it many times, you'll see people crawling around the streets with no limbs, or missing 1 limb or 3 limbs, or they've got wheels attached to their lower back because half their body's chopped off. And it's all coming from what happened from these communists in the 70s. Anyway, their goal was to turn this place. They wanted to move everyone out of the city and delete all of the culture and all of the history of Cambodia, much like the communists in China wanted to do or did do, and kill everyone that disagreed and kill their dads and kill their kids and kill their kids, and yeah, just like you've never what these Cambodian people have been through, you do not understand. These are the most noble people, bro. I'm telling you, like, when you think of like what they've been through, and they just do not complain. They don't even talk about it. And when, look, bro, I'm not talking 200 years ago.
Yeah, this is all new information to me. I didn't know this was even happening in out there. That this happened out there. And Chicago got a heavy Cambodian population. And they ain't never said a word about nothing. They just came here, started new life, started businesses, and thrived. That's really was.
There you go. I'm not saying in the Middle Ages, the bubonic plague. I'm talking about 1978. And this only ended because the Vietnamese army next door just thought this isn't going on anymore, and they came and invaded and wiped out the Khmer Rouge. It took another country. It was that bad here that another country invaded just to stop it. Sure, we'll learn a lot more when we get to...
Who is next to you? I'm sorry, it's distracted me. Like, they're like running like presidentially behind, but next to him, they got a Maybach truck, then the Maybach Phantom, whatever this is behind, like this time.
Bad here that another country invaded just to stop it. Sure, we'll learn a lot more when we get to this museum.
Yeah,
So many beautiful palaces around this place. But yeah, it's not far from us now. It's here in the capital. But the place known as the Killing Fields is outside the city. He said it's about 40 minutes outside the city. Pretty sure that sign back there said the Genocide Museum. Look, this looks like a prison.
It's a museum, but it's doubled as a prison, right?
It is here. This is it?
Yeah, Genocide Museum.
Tool Slang Genocide Museum, open every day 8 to 5. Okay, so it's $5 to go in, and you can choose to get a tour guide or to not get a tour guide. And I chose not to. Like, okay. If there's things to look at, I'd rather be, you know what I mean? Yeah, the last thing I want to do is walk around with a big group of people like that, being told where to go and sitting there. I reckon we just read stuff and look for ourselves. Here's a picture of the buildings. So it's like the prison compound, building A, B, C, and D. All right, we'll do it one by one. A, confinement of high-ranking Kajusundor Pol Pot. I don't know what that means, but let's go have a look.
Let's just go ahead. Probably high-ranking members of war.
So here, this whole compound, which is like in the middle of Phnom Penh, was mass prison, and they said they do mass executions.
Dang.
Here? Yeah, mass executions with tombs here. Yeah. And these here tombs are the tombs of the very last people that were killed here before the Vietnamese took over.
They don't even teach you this in school. They don't even... Maybe they do, but I ain't.
One of the last 14 prisoners killed. The bars were... So I think all down here would be all cells. Yeah.
So that's persons that know how to read and write.
Yeah, so they're all fairly big prison cells down the bottom there. Don't quite understand.
Now, even to this day, like I remember, like over in this area, my friends did used to tell me, like they like we're considered the if you don't take this like context YouTube, I'm just describing. They were like we're considered the black people in the Asian community. That's literally how they described it. And we look down upon, we're frowned upon, and like stuff like that's what they told me. That's what they used to say.
And to be honest, what it meant that building A was, it was written very strangely.
That's what they used to.
Every picture is like a picture of a dead person on a bed, like brutally dead. Bro, I can't even show you. You're looking at a blurred picture right now because I'll have my editor blur them. But that's this bed with the top half of a body on it. That's what it is. It's this bed with the top half of a man's body on it with no bottom half and blood and stuff all on the floor. Bro, just looking at the pictures on the wall, it's like those websites, bro.
Just the whole feel of this is sad.
I can't even explain, like, that one was like it's like a picture of an exploded person on that bed.
Oh man, they was doing some crazy stuff, I see. Just like the description of what he's saying, they was doing some wild stuff.
A chair stacked on top of like a exploded body. Yeah. Putrid, mate. Putrid. Look at this. Discipline of the security. You must answer according to my questions. Don't turn them away. Don't try and hide the facts by making excuses about this or that. You are strictly prohibited to contradict me. You are strictly prohibited to contradict me.
So you couldn't even have an opinion. I don't even want to compare what was going on to anything in the world else, but so I'm just going to watch.
Number 3, do not pretend to be ignorant, for you are a chap who dares to thwart the revolution. Wow, that's number 3. You are a chap who dares to thwart the revolution. That speaks for itself. So you're getting a picture of what's happening. This is a place.
These are the rules and regulations
of people who dared to object to whatever was happening to them and their families or didn't join in. And they get put in these rooms and put on beds and exploded, for the lack of a better description.
It's like anybody who had their own opinion and their own views and they did not line up to what was going on, it was over.
Number 4, you must answer immediately without wasting time on reflection. What a rule, lad. What is that amount of time? 1 second? Number 5, don't go on about your minor mistakes or infringements of the moral code or on the essence of the revolution. Number 6, while getting lashes or electrification, you must absolutely not scream or cry out. Get out of here, bro. Number 7, do nothing,
possible.
Sit still and wait for my orders. If there is no order, keep quiet. And when I tell you to do something, you must do it right away without protesting. Bro, these are the most savage rules I've ever heard, lad. Number 8, don't make pretext about Kampuche Krom in order to hide your secrets or your betrayals. Number 9, if you do not scrupulously follow all the above rules, you should get many lashes or electric shockings. For every infringement, 10 lashes or 5 shocks. If you're getting lashed or shocked and you cry...
This is like the 10 Commandments. The most evil version, though.
...out, that's an infringement, or you make a sound. So you could be caught in an infinite cycle of lashings and shockings until you shut up, pretty much.
Until you...
That says underneath it, the last estimate of the number of victims who died at S21. Oh, that's here. S21 is this.
Wait a minute, Spanian. I know this is a serious video, but we're not going to sit here and act like you're not reading this from 100 yards away. And that's not small.
Victims who died at S21. Oh, that's here. S21 is this place. Is 18,000 people. Well, they were only in power for 4 years total. Don't forget, it's more than 2 million across the whole country. But just in this compound, this square, and these 4 buildings, they were in power for 4 years. So you say this prison existed for 3 of them. Only 8 adults and 4 children have ever survived. And
that's crazy. That's literally crazy, because that 9 little rules, everybody had to like go against that. Like, you got in trouble one time, you were getting your lashings or whatever you were getting, and you gonna cry out, you gonna make a noise, and then it just keeps going and going and going and never stops.
That's them. Bro, I full can't cop this, eh, lad? Bro, this is putrid, lad. It's fucking putrid, bro.
Got kids on here. Got little kids almost.
I full can't do this, eh? You see the young boy? Like a 13-year-old boy, lad.
And it's crazy, like the people that was doing this stuff, like in any scenario, they only see their way as right, which is why, like, there's no convincing, like the super narcissist, like you can't. There's no other way for them, like they don't sit there and be like, dang, this ain't right. No, that don't even cross some of these people's mind. That's sad. Look at, genuinely scared. Not to mention what else is going on this wall.
Buildings say ground floor, single cells made from brick. First floor, single cells made from wood. Second floor, mass detention. The braid of barbed wires prevents the desperate victims from committing suicide. So they've taken one of these bigger prison cells, like the rest of the place, turned them into all little cells. So this is your little Segro cell here. This was the room of a survivor.
This was a sale?
Oh, no way, bro. No way. So
they were chained down too?
They had these. That was on your ankle.
So you were in this little cell, and on top of that, you had that bar chained to your ankle so you couldn't move.
In this cell, they had that on your ankle. Bro, I don't know if I'm tripping out, but there's blood on the floor, lad. Surely that's not blood from the 1970s. Look. Bro, that's straight, that's blood.
Could be.
That's blood, lad.
That's a lot of yellow marks, man. That's that plasma. Gunshot?
Someone's like scratched the date in here. Look. 10/1/79.
I know some of y'all on the live stream, y'all like going to sleep or it's late over there, and this is what y'all watching.
Those cells are savage, bro. I'm still trying to do the math on the amount of people that died in this little compound. Let's say 3 years, 18,900, let's say 1,000 days in 3 years, right? 18 people a day were dying in this little compound, bro. From here to the fence, look, you can see it. These are smaller than a primary school. It's half the size of a primary school. 18 people a day. Here's the wooden cells. Bro, that's scary.
18 people a day. 18 times 365 times 3. What is that? Pull out the calculator. 18 times 365 equals 6,570 people a year. Times 3 equals 19, almost 20,000 people in 3 years at this one place.
These wooden cells
Are these bathrooms or? Oh, these are cells.
Look at that cell, bro.
All you can do is lay down in here. You can't even do a push up in here. I wouldn't even be able to fit like in there.
Look at that scratch marks. They were stuck in this little thing here. Look at it. It's a little bit wider than me. They were stuck in this, scratching at the wall, bro. Sorry, bro, but can you imagine being in a prison where 18 people a day are dying up in those beds over there? Who knows what's happening to them?
You literally would wake up in fear and just try to survive every day.
They end up full getting mutilated in the beds, and you're standing in this day after day, week after week, like what? Ready for this door to burst open. You get dragged out up into a bed and pulverized, bro. Lad, people have been
And they say this is all happening in the city center, you say?
through some shit that, like, you will never, ever be able to conceptualize. Like, it just makes you want to go back to home, back to your bed, and just stay cozy, mate. When you see shit like this, it's like, what's hard? Like, what's tough?
That's what I be saying, man. None of us really have it tough in the UK or in America or these thriving civilizations. Like the hood and what's going on a day-to-day basis is nothing compared to what was really happening in these third world countries back in the day.
What is tough?
Even currently.
Is it? I know what putrid is. I'll forget the fan and the light. You know, that was put here for the tourists. Fan and the light, yeah, right, mate. It said that these are to stop people from committing suicide. I'm presuming it meant like to stop you jumping off to your death. Imagine having to put that up, not to stop people escaping, but to stop people committing suicide. Well, I guess that is escaping, eh? I guess same
This is one of these reactions I just gotta watch.
stuff.
Not even nothing to comment about. It's like crazy.
The number goes up to 18. So yeah, it's safe to presume that was 18 beds. 18 in one of these cells. I don't know if I'm tripping here, but I swear the floors are covered in blood. Like, I'm not saying it's from those days, but if it's not, then when's it from, bro? Like let's be real, bro. Like, what is that stuff? Look.
No, those pretty old marks.
Like, there's heaps of spots where it's like gone brown, but I don't know, bro. Like, I don't have another explanation. Look at it all. Look. That's the fortune.
I wonder what that stuff was for real though. Like you could assume because I don't know, like weather and like these things aren't weather protected. Rain would wash it away.
Children when they survived. That's the 4 children, lad. So they were rescued by the Vietnamese army. Look at the children that they had in here, bro. Look at them, lad. Look at the children they had in here, bro. Like, there's a baby there, lad.
Toddlers.
Look at that picture, lad. Look at this picture. Instruments of torture, bro. So this is actually them. It's not replications of it. How is that just a full-blown hatchet, an instrument of torture? Torture.
What is this for?
This. Like cutting off fingers and pouring like alcohol on it.
Salt water.
What's that?
Oh my days. I don't want to pause there. Oh man. It was I went to high school in a suburb of the city. It's called Skokie. They had a Holocaust museum in there. And it was eerily similar to this, but I don't think it was this gruesome. It didn't have this. I don't even remember. It could have. See, these are the times I wish I paid more attention in school, because I'm pretty sure I was just in there just walking, not really taking anything in or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure it might have been on the same level as this. It was definitely it wasn't a previous camp or prison. It was a building they made into something. So it was I don't know if they had these type of artifacts in there like this, is what I'm saying.
These pictures are from the place that we're about to go, the killing fields. This is like the shit that went on there, bro. Look. I just stopped in a cafe, my tuk-tuk drive.
That's like me personally, man. I resonate with a lot of people. I don't know, bro. It'd be like a lot of people in America. I'm talking about America. Treat black people funny, but been through the same stuff as them. It'd be weird to me, but I don't move like that. I think everybody is equal. We treat everybody with respect. But that's a big thing in America. I don't know why. Not saying that anybody does that. Not saying that Cambodians do that, but I'm just saying a lot of people that been through a similar history look down on other people that been through that same walk, and that's crazy to me.
This year, I just got a cold coffee. The lads next to us are playing Cambodian chess.
He looks exhausted. This is emotionally exhausting.
Got it? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. This place very sad, bro. Very sad. I was crying, brother. Very bad.
Papa, my mom, Papa and Mama died here.
Your mum.
Think about that. Look how young dude is. He said his mom was in here. That's
Mama died here.
Your mum. Your mum
Long year.
died here. Sorry, brother. Imagine that, bro. Can you imagine living in a city, bro, where right in the middle of it is this thing, this scary cement barbed wire thing, and in there, you know, someone in your family and somebody in almost every person's family that you meet or you know ever has been tortured and killed and imprisoned in there. And you go past it every day and it's just normal part. Like, can I emphasize again that we are talking about our parents' age. Like our parents' age. Like our parents were going to school and had a job and stuff while
the girl that I was talking about earlier, she responded. I told her I was watching a documentary, and I told her, she asked which one. I'm going to tell her. Because I'm curious now. I want to know, like, did your family go through this? Like, you ain't never mentioned a thing or nothing. Like, I know it's, like, not something that you want to mention, but I think she's first generation, too. Like, this is, like, she's the first, you know what I'm saying? Like, her parents came and brought, I don't even know if she was born here. Let's be real.
This was happening, bro. You know, like, all tragedies are crazy, bro, but and nothing's, I'm not saying anything's worse than another, but lad, like, we're not talking like 200 years ago here, bro. Hello. But that's the best thing ever. That is the best thing ever, lad. Hey. Bro, that put the biggest smile on my face, bro. Oh, I needed that, bro. I needed that. There were people living in that field back there. I seen like 2 kids sitting in like piles of rubbish back there.
She said, dang, you watching about the killing fields? I said, yeah, did your family go through this? She said, yeah, I wish someone can do a documentary and like do interviews on my parents and other OGs. My dad got stories all day, but he never talks about it with me. That's tough. That's tough. If you educate yourself, they torture you and kill you even. So she's pretty much saying what they saying on here. What he was just reading off that plaque in the city center.
Where we are has turned into a complete different world, bro.
Oh my God. Her dad was actually... Okay, wait. She said, my dad was beaten so bad and he faked his death. When they threw him in the coffin, he got dumped in the water. He had to swim to his escape. My grandparents lost all their family. Got split up. Now she see now. Now it's getting overly tough. It's a lot. I need to educate myself as well and watch more documentaries. I just told her she'd have made this even harder to watch. That's crazy. That's insane. Maybe I should share the link so she can come watch with us. Yeah, I'm gonna share it.
This is it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chili field.
I'm just gonna put the camera away until we're in, alright? Just to save the 2%.
She said she would, but she doesn't want to cry right now. She's on her period. You know what? I feel that. That might be too MI. It is a sad watch.
Percent chance that there's a headache. We're on. They've given me this map here, and it takes you stop by stop to 18 points of interest. That gives you a brief little rundown of what each part is. And you're starting here. It goes from
No, she said she visited. She said when she was walking, she visited, and she was walking by these fields, the ones that he's in right now. She said it gave her chills.
well, stop one is the entrance there that we've just walked through. The entrance to this place. And he's stopped too. This is called the truck stop. Here it was a place where a truck transporting victims to be exterminated from S21, so the prison was just in, and other places in the country stopped. The truck would arrive 2 or 3 times a month. Each truck held 20 to 30 frightened, blindfolded and silent prisoners. When the truck arrived, the victims were led directly to be executed at the pits or were sent to be detained in a dark and gloomy prison nearby. So nearby there's prisons. After January 07, 1979, 1 truck remained, but it's been taken away since. So there was 1 truck after here.
Oh my God. She said when she was walking by it, she would hear kids crying, but there was no one there. She said she would just hear kids crying.
And that was it here. So apparently nearby they were either led straight to execution or taken into prisons, dark underground. Don't tell me that's one of them, bro. Surely not. No, that's something modern. I was gonna say, brother. They got a tour over here, so I'm not gonna speak much. But just know this is a mass grave of 450.
My bad, I'm pausing this, but I'm trying to tell y'all what she's telling me. She said there's a lot of mines in the field still. And they train rats to go find them, obviously. And they said she said the majority of the parents, like her generation's parents, don't know their real birthdays. That's insane.
It includes here, not only in this.
There's 3,000 mass graves in Cambodia. This is one of them. He said that behind where they're standing are the tools that they were used. 450 people are mass killed in this pit right here. He said what happened to the people that were doing these killings. He said some of them were arrested and killed. He goes, a lot of them escaped to the Thai border. When the Vietnamese soldiers came in, they escaped to the Thai border, joined in an army there in Thailand and came back to fight the Vietnamese.
I wonder if there's any like real documentaries like we can like watch like a movie type situation. Nah, that'd be crazy.
And he just said just then too that when they interviewed some of the people that were killing in this field, they said that they had to stand there killing people all day And as soon as they refused or buckled to kill one person, they were killed and chucked in the pit. Can you imagine that? You got to
my gosh.
Stand there all day, killing people and launching them into a pit, or like baseball batting them into pits or blowing their heads off or whatever. The tools we'll find out in a minute. And the soldiers behind you, like your leaders, as soon as you don't want to do one or you're not going.
So they forced you to do their dirty work. And as soon as you didn't want to do it, they would take you out. That is insane. I said, how come she never spoke of this? She said, I mean, they never really do either. She's talking about her parents. And then she said, and we just kind of do our own thing. It's like, we got you here to America. Now you do your part. She said, I mean, most of what I know in my age group and older, you just kind of do your own thing and you don't really like how Americanized families do it. Say, hey, house, school, blah, blah, blah. You know, you just do what you got to do type thing. It's basically saying they rather forget about it and just push forward.
On, they shoot you into that pit with the rest of them and you're replaced.
That's ridiculous.
I want to go look at these tools.
No, yes, touch it. Touch this way. You can touch it, brother.
Shit, sorry.
Yeah. So I will escort you.
So do you hear what he said then? That was like a jagged, serrated kitchen knife of like hard, crisp, burnt wood. He goes, this won't take off the head, but wait till you touch a greener one, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Shackles, leg irons, hatchet, knives, hose, digging hose, shoves, iron ox cart axles were some of the stuff used to kill people.
That's crazy, bro. They was using the most non-humane toolage to get stuff like that's wild. She said, all right, I'm trying to keep, like, I'm doing both. I wish she was sitting here and, like, reacting to it with me. Like, it'd be better, but she said it's like their parents are like tough love. She said, I'm not the type to use it against them. I say, oh my God, I came from a sad upbringing because they never were nurturing, etc. They've been through hell and back. Talk about their parents. Americanized people cry over weak stuff. Guilty. Oh.
So 4.
So they basically saying her parents and the OGs have an attitude like, bro, just get it done. It's tough love now. We don't have no sympathy for you because look, we've been through something way crazier. And we got you here. We're in America. There's plenty, like, there's nothing compared to what we went through here. So all the little crying and all the little sadness you going through, get over it. That's tough. That's tough. Now she's going to go walk her dogs. Let's thank her for the insight. Thanks.
That's crazy using those weapons. Coming up ahead here is another mass grave of 166 people, all found without heads. Victims all with mass grave. 166 people without heads.
Where is it? It's in there?
Look at the bones, bro. It's like there was a pit where they were executed and like a bunch, and you can see it's fenced off here. Like a bunch of shattered bones, bro.
Bro, how is this even possible that this is still a museum site and no, like, this even, like, you can't even do this in America or the UK, just leave human bone remains like this. Like, they gotta come get it. or like I don't know. I don't know. I could just be waffling, but this is
more down there. The bones, they start looking like they're white, like the color of bone, but they start looking like fibrous, like pieces of wood almost. Like I had to look at it for a second or two before I said it to use. Like these are bones, just to make sure I was, and he just confirmed it. But then when I looked in the pit, I seen in the corner down, like how I pointed to the left, and coming out of the dirt was like, oh lad,
what?
166. What do you mean 450 in that one hole there? They're keeping this place so real. It's so real here. You know, if you're in a different part of the world, if this was Australia, like there's no way that they just have like, it'd just be also, or like bones just behind the rope.
To see, like this wouldn't be a thing in other places.
Like that's just there. You can touch them and like step inside of stuff and that, and like they're just keeping it so real. Like they want to show you there's no point hiding it. There's no point softening it. There's no point, you know, like buttering it up or putting sugar on it or whatever. It's like, look here, they put it, that's it. Look at it. This is what happened. You know what I mean? The fact that I can even get around here with a camera and they don't care, even that, bro. You know, like I can guarantee you, even if I was in my own country and something like this was here and I was walking around with it.
And you know what's really tweaking me about this? Like, have you guys ever been to a landfill? Like, or rolled past one, or rolled past where, like, they store garbage at? You know how the ground is uneven because they bury it all and they make, like, mountains on top of, like, in here in Florida, in Chicago or whatever, they have, like, they would put garbage and they would make hills on top of it and the ground would be like this. And look at the ground here. Like, y'all get what I'm saying without saying it? Like, that's crazy.
The camera, they'd be like, you can't film that. That's sacred. You know what I mean? But, like, they're just like, mate, go film it. Go film it, bro. There's the bones. A mass grave of more than 100 women and children here. The majority were naked. Look at these little things people are putting these little colourful bands over it. Look, bro. It just made me think of like just seeing those bands, bro. Because we're not seeing faces, you know what I mean? We're just seeing a hole. It's just a piece of dirt. It's just dirt. Look, it's just easy just to say, like I could point there and say, look, 200 people died there. And it's just like, it's, you know what I mean? It's just dirt, bro. Like it's not the same, bro. And it's just like, that's all it took, lad. You're just seeing those colourful bands, bro. Just to say that they were kids, lad, you know what I mean? You don't understand, lad, like, we're so used to a different world, bro. We're so used to a different world. The earth can be a savage place, bro, and the shit that goes on this day and age, it's nothing compared to what's happened in history, mate. Nothing. And the unfortunate thing is that it's just a fact that things like this are gonna happen again, lad. Like, you think in your head,
man, you gotta think, bro. Like, this is what it is, man. Capture you, enslave you, torture you, take away your traditions, wipe your memory, like bring nothing forward in your next generations. Like, it's crazy. It's real crazy out here. Like, they got black people like, I'm gonna say it, in America, they got black people celebrating Thanksgiving. Like, what? You know what you doing? It's tough. It's tough out here, man. I can honestly say from my own experience, like, I know nothing. Like, when y'all say, like, American people are uncultured, you damn right. I'm for sure. I'm uncultured, and I don't identify with any American culture because there is no real culture of America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, And everything my people ever knew was stripped of us. So my family don't know nothing about nothing. My grandma was like, R.I.P. to my grandma, but like you could tell, like, there was a lot of like slave mentality, like, coming through these generations. Like, it was crazy. Now that I look back at it in hindsight, like when I was a kid, like I wasn't paying attention to that type of stuff. Now that I look back at it, it's like, dang. Well, there was a whole lot of slave mentality. You gotta remember, my grandma's grandma was a slave. Or you know what I'm saying? Or something close to it. Yeah, a slave. I'm right.
Imagine being those people, like somebody was here. There were whole armies of people here that were just comfortable with just bringing in truckloads of babies and just killing them and chucking them.
And that is wild.
In holes. It's not the first time, bro. In history, it's happened.
It's not the first time, which is crazy. And it's not only in this it's wild. Like this whole thing is just repetitive.
It's probably more than 100,000 times in every country on Earth that
it's happening now in other countries too. So
happened, and it's like it's gonna happen again, lad. You just being in places like this just makes you think. Like, I don't even know what it makes you think, to be honest. What does it make you think? Does it make you humble? And does it make you be more friendly? Or does it make you more on edge? Does it make you more ready to fight these putrid people out there? It's like it can work either way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, are you supposed to know that?
I still move how I move, man. Treat everybody with respect until you show me disrespect. Then it's... And people be like, oh, no, don't let it slide. You bigger than that. I'm not bigger than that. I'm just going to let you know. Don't jump out of your body and do some crazy stuff because I'm not bigger than that. Are you that? Are you that? He called you that, but are you that? Why are you even responding? Because I'm not bigger than that. I'm not there in life yet where you can do that. And I walk around and turn the shoulder. Not me personally.
People like this exist, and be soft, or does this harden? I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to think. It's like I think both ways, bro. Like I see this stuff, it just makes me want to do things that would get this YouTube video taken down. So I'm just gonna leave it there, but I'm just trying to express that people do this stuff to people, and it's not the last time that it's gonna happen.
And you know why I'm not there yet? Let's go a little deeper. Why I'm not there yet? It goes back to what I was saying. It doesn't even go back to oh yes, this was happening to my people. There's still an oppressed people out there somewhere going through this same stuff. Or going through all of this stuff that's going on right here in this video. Going through the stuff that any oppressed people went through. So it's like for people to even be in places like America and in the UK and Australia and poking trolling and poking fun at this type of stuff. It's like I don't have to be bigger than it. You're not bigger than it, so I'm not bigger than defending it. Simple as that. I will shrink down to your level in a second and up the score. Allegedly.
Bro, fuck off, bro. Fuck off.
Lad. Even watching it is boiling my blood.
This is called the killing tree. This tree which executioners smashed the children's heads against and threw them into the hole. Like bro, I can't deal with this shit, bro. I hate these motherfuckers, lad. I swear to God, bro. I'm thinking about what I was just saying, lad. And look, lad.
That is crazy.
So they lined. So imagine a line of kids, lad. Just imagine like a line of kids, bro, lining up in front of you, watching one by one. You're standing in line and they're getting picked up by the legs and smashed your head against the tree, swung like a bat, smashed against the tree and thrown into a hole. Imagine those little kids in that. Oh.
Yeah, you finna get me.
And teeth. Look at the teeth. Says this tree here was used to hang a loudspeaker which made the sound louder to avoid the moan of victims while they were executed. More mass graves. Yeah, so they hung a big speaker here in the middle that would have been playing some bullshit really loud so the screams couldn't be, or whatever, bro, whatever. Screams were disguised. So this is number 17. These are just more mass graves. Just all bunch of...
It's only 2 minutes left, thank God. Like this is very eye-opening, but it's very triggering as well.
Every hole is saying that they're all just mass graves. Pretty much what was described at each one of those mass graves with like the story to them, like the one with the kids or the headless ones. Each hole is, even on the other side, all holes going off down there.
See what I said about the holes in the uneven ground?
There's a longer walkway, it goes the whole way around. And these holes are just, it's just full. Each hole with that same story, that same stuff happening, bro. That same stuff happening. But yeah, they chose the hole next to the killing tree. Next to that big tree, as like someone thought, oh look, dig a hole near the tree. And
the kid, they said they were blindfolded the entire time, so you just, all you could do is hear. Oh my God.
That's it, man. The saddest stuff I've ever seen by far, bro. That's the S21 prison and the killing fields. One of thousands in Cambodia.
Moment of silence. R.I.P. to all the Cambodians. R.I.P. to all the Cambodian kids, women, men that had to suffer this grave, sick, torturous stuff that went down, man. Alright, that's disgusting. Alright, I'm gone, y'all. Alright.